there's two big camps. One is that it's all about the body, and if we understood enough about physiology, it's like your limits in a race or while lifting something are dictated by, what's your core temperature? Is it, have you overheated, or what are your muscle fibers doing? Are are you recruiting 100% of your muscle fibers, or but it's just it's like a car. I don't ask, or what are the fundamental limits of my car? Well, if I get on a straight flat piece of road and I put the gas pedal all the way down, that's as fast as the car can go, and it will keep going until it runs out of gas, or until the radiator boils over, or whatever the case may be. And there's no like, well, did the car try hard enough, or did the car pace itself well? No, it's like on a straight flat track, you just put the pedal down, and that's it. And the body's the same. You can run as fast as your legs will carry you for as long as you have enough fuel and as long as you don't overheat. And so Tim Noakes's big contribution was to say, that's not, cars have a driver that make a decision. Like if you go too fast in a car, you're going to be burning fuel more quickly. Maybe if it's a long race, you want to drive at a slower pace so that you won't have to refuel as often. There's all these decisions that get made both consciously and unconsciously. And so the first school of thought is this: it's just the body. You're just like a car or whatever. It's like a machine. The second school of thought is no. It's crucially depends on the decisions and the regulatory control of the brain. Within that school of thought, there's then multiple streams that trying to answer the question of, okay, well, how does this kind of governor type thing work? What's happening? And so Tim Noakes and his initial research was suggesting, well, there's like, your brain just shuts off the nervous signals to your muscles when it detects danger or something. I think there's a sort of rival view, which I think is now probably more widely accepted, which is that actually it's not this sort of hidden unconscious like circuit breaker that flips or whatever. That actually it all comes down to your sense of effort. That you consciously perceive how hard something is. So we talked about this earlier. That endurance is struggling to continue against a mounting desire to stop. And how do we sort of monitor that level of effort that we're putting in? Well, we have if I ask you, if you're in the middle of swimming, if I stop you halfway through one of your workouts and say, how hard are you working? A scale of 1 to 10, how hard is it to continue doing this? You can give me an answer. It's 6 out of 10, it's 8 out of 10, it's 3 out of 10, depending on how you're feeling that day. And that answer, what does that answer represent? It represents everything. It represents how hot you are. It represents how well you slept last night. It represents how fatigued your muscles are. It represents how motivated you are. So all these things are kind of integrated in one center in the brain, and your limits are when your effort maxes out. And so that incorporates that you're willing to try harder in the Olympics than you are, in a solo workout at the local pool. So I think, to me, that's the most compelling picture. And so it's not that it's all in your head. I think this is a really important point to make when I sort of talk about these two camps, the brain and the body. To say that effort is what matters is not that it's just like all you have to do is try and you can do anything. And if you want it hard enough, you can win the Olympics. Because your effort is dictated by what's happening in your body. And the fitter you are, the less sort of distress signals your muscles are going to be sending to you, the cooler you'll stay, the easier your body's working. So that all factors into how hard it feels, which in turn dictates whether you can push harder or whether you need to stop.